Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today we're playing the best Abzan deck I've seen in years in Ranked Standard. It's this sucker right here. It's good. It's really good. It's so refreshing to play a non-terrible Abzan deck. The historical problem began 1.5 years ago with March of the Machine, because if you remember, there was a certain card that was released called Sunfall, the Ender of Midrange. Exile all creatures. Stuff. Didn't matter what you did, there's no counterplay. You're out there grinding, you got your glisses in there, and you're getting value, and you got your moss with dread knights, and they die, and it comes back, you got your value, you got some turtles in there grinding, you got some white tokens, you're doing all this stuff, and then, yeah, Sunfall drops. You're not playing blue, you don't have any counter magic, there's no counterplay, there's no graveyard, everything's exiled. That's it. Game's over. And so that just made playing any kind of grindy Abzan game basically miserable. Yeah, I didn't really look forward to playing it, but I would try to rotate it through it, and every day I was like, yeah, if Sunfall comes, game's over. Not so today. So first thing is, I have talked about this before, but one of the really nice features of these overlords is you don't just slam them on the battlefield where they're susceptible to being swept. They kind of just sit under sweepers in a staggered way. So one overlord comes down and it's got a couple turns ticking, and another one comes under and it's got a couple turns ticking, and your opponent can't sweep them. And by the time one of them flips up, they can sweep the ward. But if they do, the next one's coming the next turn. So then do they wait or do they waste their sweeper? It kind of puts them in this weird position where you're not over deploying. You're not overextending, which is really good. So you avoid part of the issue. Even though other people have Sunfall, your stuff is not all on the board at the same time. The second thing that makes it really good is we have, one, some of the best cards in Standard right now, and two, just like some of the most premium removal spells in Standard right now. So Get Lost. Up there, in terms of top cards in Standard, Get Lost, Up the Beanstalk, Sheltered by Ghosts, the white Boros aggro card, and maybe Leyline Binding are probably my top 5. So Get Lost is just so good right now. 2 mana instant, it just deals with everything. Every creature, dead. Every enchantment, which includes all the overlords, but also includes your opponent's Up the Beanstalks, your opponent's Leyline Bindings, which are, again, like I said, some of the best cards in Standard. Your opponent is running their Caretaker's Talent. They need their draw engine. If you take it out, they don't have it. That's huge. So answering enchantments is massive. And then also just nabs planeswalkers for free. Like, it's actually pretty overpowered. I think it's kind of too good of a card right now, but we got it in Abzan because we have white. We also have Up the Beanstalk, which is an insane draw engine with all our overlords and our sweepers, and even our small win cons like Herd Migration or Virtue Persistence can be played early and late and still draw, and the bot draws off the binding. So this card's ridiculous. Binding, incredibly flexible, nabs anything except for creature lands. And then in black we also have Go for the Throat, which is not as good as Get Lost, but still just premium removal. So the colors are really good. In terms of best cards in Standard, we have a lot of them right here in this deck. And then probably the third reason this deck is good is we have access to Kaya Intangible Slayer, which we probably haven't played that much of in the past couple years, but boy does it shut down this format. It's 7 mana, which is expensive, but not that expensive because we got the overlords ramping anyway, and we're hitting lands off Herd Migration and whatever else, and, you know, drawing plenty of cards without the Beanstalk. The thing is, when this thing comes down, it's hexproof. You can't target it. You can't Get Lost it. You can't Binding it. You just can't target it. The boards aren't wide, because if they are wide, you sweep them. Most people aren't going wide anyway. So you'll see this in the games today. Twice, this thing comes down, and you can wait, you watch your opponent. They just sit there, because they're like, huh, I can't win. It's impossible. I can't target it. I don't have enough creature lands, or if there are, there's enough instant interaction to defeat it. Like, I cannot break through hexproof, therefore I just sit there and lose. Either you +2 every turn and take care of the board with your removal spells, or if you really need more cards, you can 0 to draw 2 cards and have them scry, or if you're really terrorizing the opponent, you can -3 and exile their prize creature or enchantment. So it's brutal. This is a really good card. Probably don't need more than one of it, but it answers a lot. It really shuts people down. As soon as it comes down, you're like, oh shit, nope, the game's over. I can't get out of this. Other things to note, we are paying the mono red tax. I'm running 4 Disfigures. I've continued to think about it since the fireside chat, and I'm pretty happy with it over cut down. I think I'm flipping the corner. I think I'm probably, at this point, safe to say, yeah, I like it over cut down. For the reasons people stated, like power gets pumped up easier than toughness, so -2 is more relevant than cut down. Sometimes stuff gets out of range of cut down, and worst case scenario, you do blunt some of the damage. So I'm down for Disfigure. I think a lot of the times you have to do it on your turn, so it's better than Elspeth's Smite, and a lot of time power gets pumped up, so it's better than cut down. I'm down to say it. We're going with Disfigure here. You'll see a couple different cards throughout the gameplay today as I sorted through the deck. I did for a while try to shove in Caretaker's Talent, because as I explained maybe yesterday or 2 days ago in the Naya video, so many games just come down to who has the draw engine. And if you have Beanstalk on 2, great, you probably win that game. If your opponent does and you don't, you just get so far behind. So I was looking to cram in more another draw engine, probably not 4 copies, but 2 felt about right. So I put in 2 Caretaker's Talents because we do have plenty of tokens entering, right? Like you could get Lost Your Own Thing if you wanted some map tokens. Herd Migration makes tokens. The Overlord makes a token land. This Overlord makes more tokens. The Sunfall makes a token. You can minus the Kaya to make a token. So there are plenty of ways to make tokens, but it's still just not consistent enough. This is not a dedicated mono white churn out tokens deck, so I ended up cutting it in favor of Calyx, which is kind of the same decision I made with Naya. It's not the same as a card draw engine, but it is incredible value if you can land it. In some games you'll see, yeah, I slam it. If they don't have a removal spell, then you just copy everything and win on the spot, so it's still very good. Some other changes, I originally had 4 copies of Herd Migration. It's very good with the Overlord because you automatically get all the lands once you get the token down, the Everywhere token, and then you get all the Herd Migrations, but you still have to pay the mono red tax. And Herd Migration is not enough. Cycle or discard it away for 3 life is not the same right now because your opponent isn't attacking you with a 2-mana 2/2 or 3/3 or 4/4. They're attacking you with a double strike 8/8. It's not the same. It's not good enough. So you have to have interaction. I played around with a lot of copies of Virtue of Persistence, and ultimately I think where you want to be is I keep the same Forget Loss, keep the same Disfigure, and then the other slots between these two need to go for the throat. You just need an instant speed interaction to pay the tax against mono red and just get them dead. So I'm going 3 Go for the Throats, 1 Virtue Persistence for that late game threat, and just a single Herd Migration. Like honestly, you could cut this for anything else, but it's a solid card. It helps you hit your land drops. It's another win con of the deck. It's an expensive spell in the graveyard that you could use with Deadly Cover Up, which is funky. I mean, I don't know that you necessarily need Deadly Cover Up, but it's certainly quirky and is a good answer against stuff like the Oculus decks. If you can nab this against Oculus and take all of the Oculuses or Djinns out of the deck, it's very cool. So I totally happen to run one of them in there, although Sunfall is very good as well. That's the deck. It's the best Abzan has been in years. Enjoy it. Let's dive right in. On the play, Beanstalk Talents. Well, we're great against control, and we are dead in the water versus aggro. Okay, begin on the Surveil land. A little bit laggy there. Binding. I mean, that we could cast it on turn 3? Kind of. I think keep it. Scavenger, alright. I mean, Azorius. I actually haven't played a whole lot against that. Let's go ahead and Beanstalk here. If it's just hexproof stuff, maybe we can survive long enough to Sunfall. Maybe that's sufficient. I don't know if they run counterspells or they're just, flash hexproof enchantments. Sheltered by Ghosts. Okay, well, we'll get the draw when we get that guy back. 3 to the face. Alright, so we're not going to be able to Binding this turn. So I guess we Caretaker's Talent, and that's kind of it. And then next turn, Backstreet, and after that, Sunfall. Pretty slow. Let's see how much damage we take here. Once we Sunfall, it could be okay. Just 3? That's not so bad. It's lower than mono red. Do nothing. Hold counterspells. Well, we could go for Get Lost on their turn. Then we can't Sunfall on time. And Sunfall's probably the only guaranteed thing here. I don't know if they run counterspells. Should I look it up real quick? I think they won't. I think they'll just run hexproof, right? I think we just do this into Sunfall. I don't know. Don't need that right now. Something we could do is we could Binding the Shelter. That would take off 1 point of damage. We get back to Beanstalk. It's like kind of a weird thing to do. That would strip the hexproof off. The ward, rather. I think we eat this first. Okay, I think we are going to Binding the Shelter here. Because we don't have a whole lot to do. I guess it's a waste, right? I just don't know if they run... I think they only have 1 creature. So if it makes it smaller, it's not a big deal. We have kind of plenty of card draw. They stick as if they have a counterspell. Are they going to counter my Sunfall? Okay. Are they going to counter this? Like, what is going on? No, let it go. I don't know, man. It's down to a 2/2, though, so we have slightly more time now. That's actually a good card. Maybe we wait on the Sunfall instead. We could try to, like, binding them and Herd Migrate, something like that. I just don't know if they run counterspells or not. Let's go ahead and end here. Now they have double blue open. But, yeah, we'll take 2. Thing is, they're going to flash in an enchantment or they're not, right? It doesn't really matter. So let's start with a binding and see how it goes. And then we can Herd Migrate or Sunfall. Draw a card, another Herd Migration. It's good. It's a lot of life. Alright, so now we see their flash thing, unless they want to counter it. I think it's just hexproof, right? Yeah. So we can try again, and they'll hexproof again, and then we Sunfall. I think that's about as good as it gets. We'll take some damage here, but then they'll be out of creatures. Alright, there's the next thing. They still have 2 mana open, though. I don't know if they run the counterspell. I think we still go for Sunfall, though. But, you know, basically this is what we expected to happen. I just don't know. I gotta look up this deck after. I'd love it if they cast something else. That'd be huge. Play into the Sunfall. Give me another creature. Nope. Yeah, I think we just go for it here. Unfortunately, I just don't know. I mean, otherwise we can play the Overlord as a blocker. They try to take it. Herd Migrate. I think we're too close to lethal. I think we just have to go for it here, basically. Okay, do you run counterspells? I just don't know. Nope. Alright. Well, we could have done that way earlier then. But there's no haste, so we could copy a token. That doesn't help. Except it draws us a card? I guess we already have that this turn. We can copy the token, just draw a card next turn. It'll come in as a 0/0. Alright. I'm feeling okay now. We can Overlord and Binding. Set up for a Herd Migration soon. Yeah, I think we're basically out of this. That was a weird start. Token entered, so we get that draw. I think you just hold all the bindings here. That should about wrap up the game. I don't think they can get through all this. Alright, let's attempt to take the first one. Draw a card. It's good. Hexproof, try again, and we can still Herd Migrate, just get some life. We're gonna be just fine on win cons. Yeah, we're doing just fine here. Cool. I don't know if we need to Herd Migrate to get life, unless we think they can give something flying. So if we're gonna do nothing else, we can just power up the 1/1 as a blocker. And I think we can zap this guy. It's fine. They should about scoop here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could do the first Herd Migration. Alright, that's a lot of cards. We got Shelly 2. We get him for 1. Okay, that should wrap up the game, because there's no haste. So, we don't have any removal spells in hand per se. This thing doesn't have flying, does it? It's a lifelink goat. Ossify. Take one of our infinite blockers, no problem. It's a removal spell. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, are they going to block? Get him. Okay. Just do this while they're tapped out. No reason to risk anything. And it really doesn't matter what we do here. We could Shelly, like, it just doesn't matter. The game's over. What do we got? I mean, we don't need it. We could do another Overlord. 32 cards left. It's all good. Gain some life. They don't scoop, though. Draw another card. No, we don't deck ourselves. Should be just fine. Okay, opponent refuses to scoop. Wild. Okay, I'm going to look up this deck after, just to confirm if anyone runs any counter spells, but maybe it's all just blue and white hexproof flash stuff. I didn't know, though. I didn't know if I could just slam Sunfall or not. On the play, it's probably too slow to keep this. I think you mulligan this. This is slightly better, maybe. I think you just put away one of the lands. We'll keep the Surveil land. Maybe it's just the creature land. Try to make sure we curve out into anything we need. We won't have double black for the sweeper, though. But when are we going to get that down? I guess we could put away the portico and not have double white for a while. Alright, so... tap land here. Then fast land. Dimir. Good. Card draw engine is good. We'll herd migrate if we got nothing better to do. Okay. I guess we'll just get more white here. Plains is good. We don't know what they're running. We'll try the Caretaker's Talent. We just have nothing better to do. Resolves. Nice. Okay. Might be a while until we get some tokens, but... Ooh. Dimir, Dimir Control. I'm glad we got the talent in under. Floodmaw could be an issue. If we can power up the cottage, it is a way to generate tokens, which is a way to draw cards. So we just end here. Sack the clue. Yeah, we're kind of off to a slow start. The old opening hand we had before the mulligan might have been slightly better, but we would have just gotten destroyed by mono red. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Pin cut down. Nice. Overlord's good, and it gives us a token, so all that's fantastic. We'll see if they counter it. I prefer not to run out the cottage into the first round of Go for the Throats. Could be an important win con for us. It's the hard counter for 3. Okay. All right. More land. Yeah, I mean, powering up the cottage is not amazing. We could destroy it with our own Get Lost if we really needed to. It's a option. Let's see if they let us attack. Probably Go for the Throat before combat. So we Get Lost our own token. We will draw a card. Which is weird. But we kind of need more gas. Let's see if they destroy it again in response. It's a card. Okay, we need more draw engine. Deduce. What is their win con? Jace Mill. Well, we can copy, let's start with the Surveil. Sunfall is not doing anything against them right now. Make a copy of the map token. Draw a card. Okay. Potentially cast that next turn. I mean, might as well level this up now. I don't think we're doing anything else, right? Sure, let's do it. Got nothing better to do. Oh boy. Each player exiles all but the bottom 6 cards of the library face down. Maybe upkeep, draw a card. We each have 6 cards left. And then they Jace us to death? That's super weird, right? We want them to deck here. I think they just Jace us, though. I mean, we want them to get behind in the draw race. So I guess we pass to them, binding and Get Lost. I mean, we have plenty of life to gain off the herd migration. We don't have the land, sadly. If we could just pop the herd migration, that'd be an interesting race back for them. If we could get the Jace... What if they have counterspells in hand? How much evidence do we have? What if they have the other counterspells in hand? Let's go for it. Evidence 6. So then, let's take 3 steps ahead. Okay. Is that what's in their hand? Yeah? Oh, I fucking nailed that. And I draw 3 cards. Is it Jace? Alright, well, can you Jace us or not? Because I don't know what you're planning to do there, but a 4/4 with Death Touch? No, that's not enough. You gotta be doing more than that. Oh shit, they milled 4 cards? Fuck. No. I totally missed that. I've never seen this card played before. Not once. Alright, that's the last card of our deck. So we have to win right here. We have to get them to draw 2 right now, which is impossible. Fuck. There's no way to do it, right? No. Alright. Yeah, I missed that. So we needed to... we could have tried to get Lost the Thing, but they had the counter spells. So I don't think there would have been any way to do it. If we had one more land, we could have heard Migrate and just made a bunch of blockers. But then they still would have attacked and gotten the trigger. So I don't think there's any way to... we could have done that. We tried, though. I thought it was a somewhat cute, clever move to try to get them to draw a bunch of counter spells from their hand, and they did. I just didn't know there was a creature land that mills. On the draw with removal, we keep it. Azorius something. Surveillant. Yeah, I mean, more land's good. I think it's okay here. 2-0. Well, we could just migrate. I mean, Beanstalk's ridiculous if it survives. They'd probably counter it. I think we'd migrate here. Beanstalk's so good if it resolves. Deduce. Alright. Alright, let's just migrate. What do we want? We already have double green. We'll get a swamp, I guess. And we have the untapped land, but we can't do a whole lot this turn. Yeah, I think a swamp is fine here. Okay, I would like to wait one more turn to Beanstalk. We could Overlords here and force the counterspell. That's okay. Then next turn we can Beanstalk, hold, get lost, and then Overlord after that. Let's go for it. If they don't have the counter, I don't want to counter. It's okay. Alright, exiled, that's alright. We don't know if they are Reanimator. No. I'm thinking they're hardcore control here. Okay, so that seems we try to get Beanstalk underneath, which is big. And Disfigure finds and no targets this matchup. Hard negate. Okay. 1 card draw engine down. Take the clue draw. It's a game. I don't really want to slam the Mistmores here, so we just take the back street. Don't need that land right now. No, I don't think we slam this. Okay. 2-0, draw up. 5th land, double demolition field. Cool, that's a good card this turn. Gets under, maybe they only run No More Lies. Maybe it doesn't get under anything. Maybe they don't run Phantom Interference at all. Maybe that's just a... yeah, that's probably just a, yeah, this is a mistake. That's so painful. Pay 3 is so much more than pay 2. I think that was a mistake. No demolition field. Triple. We'll be out of basics at some point. I mean, have we learned our lesson yet? Do they have really the next No More Lies already? Alright, we're on the board. We need draw engines, though. That's what we really need. Get lost you. Map tokens, actually useful, maybe. Alright, we are going to run the basics at some point. Looks like we want more white here, if anything. Lockdown. Take all the tokens. Okay, you got it. It's a card. Don't have the mana for it yet. If it resolves, it's kind of game. Try this for 3. Cheap binding acquired. That's not so bad. Mirac's token is bad. Not useful. I don't think he slammed Kaya here, right? It just doesn't get much better. 2 more lies, negate. They haven't done anything. The Mirac's token if we do nothing. If we get on the battlefield, we do win the game, though. The Mirac's token hurts, though. Also makes Kaya worse. I mean, what would they be doing if they didn't? They could just have all sweepers in hand. If it resolves, it is game. I think that's it. Draw 2 cards. Each opponent may scry 1. I don't think I can deal with this thing. I think you just drain them. It's a lot of Mirac's tokens to get there. Just to get the map tokens. They need answers now. But they had no counterspell there, otherwise they would have done it. I don't think they can deal with Kaya. They need a lot of Mirac's tokens to attack it down. And we have removal that has no other target, so we can spend all our removal just picking off the Mirac's tokens for a long while. Counter creature spell, counter target spell, okay. They got a 3/3. We will fight for it. Back off. We could try to get rid of all of the no more lies. I think we just continue to drain them.
It's what you deserve.
No more of that. And we just run back numerous get losts. And then try to close with binding. Okay, let's try this here. So we're going to counter it. I guess let's let that resolve first. Try again. I mean, this is going to be the best target for Disfigure yet. We could wait for them to burn a map token, though, I suppose.
Next time you'll be hitting air.
Alright, we need some card draw. Goes down. Alright, we'll continue to drain them. And make a Mirac's token. Yeah, they're aggressively making Mirac's tokens now. I don't know how fast they can get there, though. I don't really want to burn a binding. I mean, at some point we can try to devious cover up. I don't know if we kill this thing now. Deduce. Alright. They keep going. We need a draw engine so badly. Herd migration is they're all tapped out and it's a threat. They scoop. Yeah, you can't deal with Kaya. So I think we made some huge mistakes there. I've learned this before and I didn't remember it, but now we really have to remember it. Azorius Oculus plays Phantom Interference. The Azorius control decks do not. There's no reason to think they do. There's no reason to think holding open 2 mana will get through it. They play No More Lies because there's no incentive not to because they don't need the discount off the gen. So you have to hold open 3 mana to do anything. So I was too fast basically every step of the game there, and we got lucky that they didn't have a counterspell for Kaya, and then Kaya is basically unanswerable by that deck. So we won that game, but there were too many mistakes along the way. Every time we wanted to cast something, we needed to wait until we had 3 mana open, and we didn't. So lesson learned. On the play. Okay, we'll try it. Start with the Surveil land. No, we don't know what we want yet, though. Maybe we start here. Because we don't know if we're against aggro or control yet. It's black. I don't know if I still know what I want. We got green. We got a beanstalk going. Can't go wrong with that. Cool, do nothing. Yeah, we can beanstalk again, I guess. We don't have any tokens yet. Let's beanstalk again. Alright, we'll get down the Surveil land. So mono black, that's a good card. It does all the things. We keep that. Mono black, we gotta deal with the demons maybe. Oh, they're doing nothing the whole game. That's fantastic. I think we just haunt woods here. It's a very good start for us. I don't think we need to disfigure target. I think we can get down a cottage. Not sure if we get any disfigure targets. We have Supreme card draw. 46 cards left. Children. We could just Sunfall that. Withdraw. TVS cover-up. Could be good to eliminate subsequent. Yeah, we want to save that if we can. I think we're basically just Sunfalling here. I don't want to take too much damage. We got all the card draw we need. I guess, yeah, we can hold on in case we hit a Surveil land. So let's just do it like this. I don't think we need to hold open Disfigure. Draw, get lost is good. Kaya's probably fantastic, actually. Technically we can hold open black. Down to 14. We get rid of the forest. Shelter returns. No disfigure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could go land Kaya and just take their Sheldred. It's not that bad. It gets picked off by cut down immediately. But it does get Kaya on the board. And it's not a bad turn to do it. Do we have double white and all the black? Yeah, we do. I think I'm down for that. We can't. I would also be up to Deadly Cover Up it. But for now, this is okay. So let's take the draw. No disfigure. Down to 12. I know it's getting low. You can turn off full control here. We go land. We go Kaya. We draw more. We go down to 8. Yeah, maybe there's a reason to get lost. I feel like I haven't played against Sheldred, so I've kind of gotten a little rusty on Sheldred. We have a 1-1. Let's see if it just gets cut down immediately. No, it doesn't. How are we doing on colors? We're doing okay. We might even need more black than anything else right now. Maybe we need more white. We'll bend the swamp. Alright, we're down to 8, but now we have the draw engine. What does that do? Okay, that's low. Cool. Interesting. We still don't have enough for Devious Cover-Up. We need to collect evidence 6. I'm a little worried about dying to another Sheldred. I guess the plus here is just really good, though. So yeah, I think we just plus here. And then we can get lost this thing. 39 cards. I don't know that we need to draw more. I don't know if we need Caretaker's Talent. We could get lost and attack with a cottage, honestly. That's not that bad. Let's try that. Then we can gain some life off of it, which stems the only bleeding we really have here. 3, 4, 5, yeah. Let's try Cottager. Do I have to? I guess it's fine. I think I get the food token regardless, maybe. So this is good. We got a little food here we can eat. I'm okay with that. We flip this guy. Bonus down to 13. We got Kaya, which cannot be targeted. They slam that. We can get lost that. That's okay. We can also just exile it, though, which I don't think they thought about. Which is also just fine with me. I will take that. Thank you. Cool. Let's see if they scoop on that. We don't know if they run sweepers, so I kind of just want to... Yeah, they scoop on that. I think they didn't think about that. Kaya is just like the bane of the format. I think if you can stick one of these in there and you land it, it's really hard to interact with. There are no creature lands to kill it. You just plus every turn. I haven't even taken the draws or scries much either. I think it's solid. On the play, looks very keepable. Some interactions, some ramps, some sweepers. Get a fast land down here. And I guess we need the caves for white. So if we want to hold open, get lost, I have to do it this way. Mono black, do nothing. Get that last fast land down, double green. Ramp a little bit. Got nothing to ramp into yet. The Slasher. Be better if we could bind this thing. Whenever it deals combat damage, we can give it -2, -2. Just to stall for a bit. We don't have evidence. Yeah, I guess we just get lost it for now. Have to deal with it at some point. Alright, keep ramping. Ramp, ramp. Okay. We're kind of forced into this. So much damage. Just against like a mono black Sheldritty. Could get us low quickly. Comes back with a chain on it. Archfiend is an issue as well. Yeah, I guess we're sweeping here. We could surveil something interesting first. Let's see if we get lucky. No, I think I keep that. Which means here comes Deadly Cover-Up. I mean, we could wait one more turn for them to deploy something else. It's probably not worth it, though. So it's just a sweeper. I mean, we could have waited and up the Beanstalk the same turn. We don't know if they have the black unlock and they get some draws off. Maybe we should have taken one hit from the 6/6. Opponent is so salty here. I think they just roped us out. We take the draw. It's another disfigure. We play the land. Okay. Flip that first 6/5. They are so salty. They're really going to rope us out here. That's fine. I'll just re-download Instagram and scroll for a bit and then delete it again. Alright, nothing good on Instagram. Salty, salty rope. On the play, looks solid to me. We'll keep it against M-Wave. Let's get black down here. Surveil 1. Calyx. It could be good. Yeah, it's a strong card. I'll keep it. We kind of want more untap land. Let's see what opponent's doing. Ooh, also surveilling. Alright, well, if we resolve Calyx, uncontested, then we kind of win the game. Yeah, more land's good. So let's see how that goes. Up the Beanstalk versus up the Beanstalk. Alright. Let's see if they have Get Lost immediately for us. Here comes Calyx. It's a 3/3. Do you have Get Lost? Land. No, you don't. Oh, baby. Oh, you're done. That's game. So we copper the Overlord or the Binding and take the Beanstalk. So they're maybe a Traxing. I always like taking the Beanstalk. I mean, they're going to sweep this coming turn, right? Taking the Harvest isn't very good, though. I guess we just take the ramp off the Overlord. Oh, and then we can cast Binding anyway. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Okay. So we cast you for 3. And I think you're what we copy. Yeah, I think so. Alright, take 4. Take the action. We are going to copy this. Counter doesn't matter too much where we put it. I guess I want to pick off Calyx more. I think we're going to Binding this now before they cast Sunfall. It's got to be done eventually. Take Q. I don't know. That's fine. Alright, so they probably go land Sunfall here. I mean, that's what they would like to do at least. Good game. They have no answers? I guess not. They don't have that next land. Ooh, spicy. Opponent does not hit that 5th land drop. Beanstalk again, yeah. They missed that land. They wanted a Sunfall. I mean, it's not necessarily game. But now we copy either another Binding or another Overlord? Probably just another Binding. Take the Beanstalk. Bro's got Jason here. Gain some life, okay. Fast land. Take the action. I think we are copying the binding. Take the beanstalk. And, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter too much. Maybe spreading out would be better. Okay. Next turn, herd migrate, if we can. Let's see if they sweep this turn. We still have that next overlord coming. Sunfall or not, man? What's that? Fabled Passage? Archangel kicked. Alright. Doesn't kill either of these guys, just gains life. We can double virtue it. Probably game? I feel like that's game. Yeah, they did not get there. No Sunfall on time for you. Binding again. Okay. That's about it. Take you. Sure. That's about as much game as they could possibly want to see. Dude, Calyx is a bully. Calyx is an absolute bully. Uncontested. If this thing survives, it is just game. It is an interesting payoff card. Fun to play with the beanstalk. We keep it. Surveil on 1. Yeah, it's so... When are we going to play? We're not going to play it on 3. We play it on 4. I think it's a good card. I think it's a good card to have in our pocket. Mono red. Alright. Well... Up the beanstalk we go. And we ramp right into a sweeper that exiles, so it's pretty good. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay this game. We have the untapped land as well. Well, I thought we were going to be okay. It's a steep price. Let's see how this goes. Alright, ramp into Sunfall. See if they can just dome us from here. How much damage you got? Manual taps for red. Leave white open. Ooh, it's a mouse. Alright. Double strike. But why? Did you give... Oh, it's only other mouses, right? Is that what it is? Mice. Alright. Easy Sunfall here. Take the beanstalk draw. Nice cheap binding. It's gonna be okay, I think. Combining you. They might have hexproof. Maybe we just deadly cover up here. We got haste too. Hasty boy. Do nothing. I think deadly cover up is just fine here. And then hold the binding as well. Yeah, I think it's totally good. Oh, we don't have evidence anyway. Yeah, that's okay. Take the draw. If they pump it to the moon somehow, we can always Leyland Binding response. It's just an expensive removal spell for us. Draw. Then let it go. One to the face, no problem. Hold on to binding. And here. Overlord coming online very soon. Is that it? Oh, that's game, dude. Okay. 6 mana. We don't really need to do a whole lot here. We could play the talent if we really want to draw more. Actually wanted to hold binding though. Alright, that's kind of a mistake. I guess we could copy a token to draw. Let's pay another land. Alright, still fast lands. We'll get down the cottage, I suppose. We don't really need it. It could gain us life. In terms of interesting things we could do. But that's game. We can power up the 2/2. We have the binding. We have a 6/5. We could herd migrate for life. We don't even have to cast it. Like, the game's wrapped up here. They scoop. Yeah, you should scoop. Makes sense. Alright, thank you for staying to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please consider dropping a like and or a comment and or a subscribe. All this stuff really helps drive the channel forward, and I personally appreciate it. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.